parapọ̀ ẹni tó sọ lẹ́nu onítọ̀hún ṣàkóyè àkọ́ni Yoruba Self-Determination Movement Dialogue a máa rí ètò yìí wò lórí YSDM Global TV, YSDM YouTube channel, YSDM Facebook page. Fẹ́kùnrẹ́rẹ́ àlàyé ẹ pè nọ́mbà yìí +44 744 21 77 677 tàbí +121 5206 766 5. A gbé ètò yìí kalẹ̀ fún ìtẹ̀síwájú àgbéga ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ni ẹ jẹ́ ká jọ ṣe é.
Mo kí gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá ní àsìkò yìí. I wish I could say that I'm happy to greet you, but the truth is that our people are suffering abominably back home in Nigeria, and it is therefore difficult for a man in my position to be happy. Everything that is happening in Nigeria is working against the Yoruba people right now. For a long time, for many months, borders to the Yoruba nation, land borders have been closed, essentially closing down the trade between the Yoruba nation and neighboring Benin Republic. Only a few months ago, the government announced a reopening of the border, but it has not been the same thing as it used to be. At the same time, the borders in the north are all wide open. I am told that there are a total of 37 borders in the north, all of them wide open. Not only are they open officially, they are essentially closed down, no longer operating, because the federal government of Nigeria has left the gates all open as a matter of decision and policy. The president of Nigeria himself announced in 2017 that anybody from anywhere in Africa could come into Nigeria without any passport or travel document of any type. And we have discovered since then that was a coded message to the Fulani people in all parts of West Africa and so on to start coming to Nigeria. The Nigeria they are coming into is home to an agenda whereby the Fulani want to turn the whole of Nigeria into a Fulani homeland. The Fulani are announcing from various leadership groups, various Fulani leadership groups, that they now want a homeland of their own, and that homeland is going to be the whole of Nigeria. That Allah has given them the whole of Nigeria as their homeland. They've never had a homeland. Now Allah has given the whole of Nigeria to them as a homeland. And they are coming, they will, according to them, conquer, subdue, subjugate, in some cases even exterminate. One young man in the government of the Buhari administration advised all the indigenous peoples of Nigeria to surrender their land to the Fulani, or risk being buried in the land by the Fulani people. It's a terrible time in Nigeria. And now other government policies are moving the Yoruba people closer and closer to national destruction. The government announced a change in the design of the currency. And instead of giving a number of months for people to change their money, they are squeezing it into a shorter time than is usual in other countries. And while the money is available, the new money is available, and we have seen videos of the new money being distributed in villages and so on in northern Nigeria. Even the people of the greatest cities of Western Nigeria cannot get the money. You have your money in your account. You have your ATM card in your hand. You go to the ATM machine, it will not give you any money. You go into the bank, they will not give you any money at all. And if they give you money, it is at a cost. You have to pay for the money. For instance, if you want 10,000, they might say they can only give you 5,000. And for you to be able to get the 5,000, you have to pay something like 1,500. So when you walk out of the bank, you are walking out not with 5,000, but with 3,500. Large numbers of people cannot lay their hands on the new money. Meanwhile, the banks are sucking up the old money from the open market. And the ordinary people are suffering abominably. It has reached a point now that people are bombarding banks in the southwest, in Yoruba land. And some of them are going before the bankers and demanding their money. Some women are stripping themselves naked in the banking hall in order to show their distress. So they go into the bank and strip themselves naked in order to get the money. Some men are doing the same. Young people who have money in the bank but cannot get their money are becoming violent. They have destroyed a number of banks in cities like Lagos and Abeokuta and Ibadan. And because they are trying to destroy the banks, the police and the military have moved in and have shot at them and killed some of them. It's a terrible time in Yoruba land in the southwest. What is my advice to my Yoruba people in these terrible times? First, I say we must try some other currencies. We must try to use the old currency, the old Naira currencies among us in the southwest, and ignore any pressure on us to surrender our own currencies. We just use it among ourselves. We might also consider, I say we should also consider, use of other non-Nigerian currencies. Benin Republic is just next door. The people there are Yoruba. We might consider using the CFA, the Benin Republic of French West African currency, the CFA. We have information that the CFA is being used freely in northern Nigeria because the people there are able to get the CFA from Niger Republic. Niger Republic is next door to the northwest of Nigeria. But Benin Republic is also next door to the southwest of Nigeria. So if the people of Benin Republic can get their hands on the CFA, we, the people of the southwest, should seriously think of laying our hands also on the CFA from Benin Republic. we must do everything to make it possible for us to buy and sell. Because that's the soul of life. Without that, we cannot live. We will perish. The Yoruba people must determine that they are not going to perish. Also, I want to appeal to Yoruba people, do not destroy the banks. I see some banks have been destroyed in Ibadan, in Abeokuta, in Lagos, and probably in some other cities in Yoruba land. Out of desperation, people are destroying the banks. Young men are attacking the banks. I want to appeal to you, Yoruba people. Do not destroy the infrastructure of your financial life. The banks are the infrastructure of our financial life. Don't let us destroy them. Stop destroying the banks. It serves no real purpose. It only makes our suffering worse and longer. Because if you destroy a bank and they cannot open in the next many months, then in the next many months you have no banks to serve your purposes. So don't let us destroy our banks. Please stop destroying the bank. There is another angle to this also. That when young people are stoning a bank or trying to destroy it one way or the other, the police and the military show up on the scene. And they want to stop you by violence, because what you are doing is violent, and they can claim from that they have a right to use violence to stop you. And some young men have been killed, have been shot and killed, or just shot but not killed in the process. No, 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 no. Don't expose yourself to that kind of danger. However, there is something you can do. Peaceful rally, peaceful protest is a legitimate right of every people in the world. Don't go out in twos or threes and trying to cause mayhem and getting shot and killed. If you decide to show your anger in the public, make sure that you are a large number. And make sure that you obey the rules of the provisions of the law in the process. If you have to report to the police to say you want to hold a rally, go do so. It is your right. They cannot refuse you. Also, make sure that you demonstrate very carefully, very fully, that your rally is going to be peaceful and law-abiding, that there be no fighting or destruction or anything. And make sure that your numbers are large. It is not easy for policemen or soldiers to shoot into a large crowd. They can shoot a handful of young people who are causing trouble, who are causing mayhem, who are destroying something. But when you are a large crowd of hundreds of thousands of people, of tens of thousands of people, of a few thousands of people, and you are not destroying anything, you make it clear, you carry banners which say your rally, your protest rally is a peaceful rally, you are safe. You are much, much safer than trying to do it by yourself. In short, I say to the Yoruba people, do not go and try to seek redress in small bits, small groups of young people. Go out there in large numbers, in hundreds of thousands, in the city. Hold up the city, but hold it up peacefully. Make it clear that you carry banners which proclaim that your rally is a peaceful rally. First, if you are holding a rally, you have a right to do so. That's the right of all human beings everywhere in the world. Nobody can stop you from holding a rally. Secondly, if you want to hold a rally and you want to proclaim that you have seen enough, that we Yoruba people have seen enough, we now have a good reason, we have a final reason to want to leave Nigeria and have a country of our own and establish our self-determination, you are free to say so in your banners and in your rallies. It is your right. The right to self-determination is the right of every people in the world. Do not be afraid to say it to the world. Do not be afraid to let the international community know that you've had enough in Nigeria and you want to leave. But that you are doing so peacefully. Don't attack the police. Remember what we have always said. Our struggle is a peaceful struggle. The police are not our enemies. We are not enemies of the police. Therefore, we do not attack the police. We do not attack the military. They are not our enemies. We want what we want, but we want it peacefully. And we are going to walk the streets, to fill the streets peacefully. I repeat, our young men stop going out there in a handful, 5 or 10 or 20 or 30, trying to cause mayhem, trying to pull down the bank because you are angry. Your people are angry at home. We have stories now that some old people have died from the troubles that have been brought upon us as a result of this shortage of money in the marketplace. We have had also that some of our people have committed suicide. So you are angry. You walk out of a house where your grandmother has just committed suicide, and you are angry. You want to go out there and wreak vengeance on the people you think are offending you, but the bank is not the institution offending you. Don't go and destroy them. Gather yourselves in large numbers in the streets and hold a peaceful rally to tell the world what is happening to you and to your people. We have a great deal of pain today among us Yoruba people in the Southwest. We have a great deal of pain and sorrow. Some of our elite, some of our professionals who are the more comfortable members of society, great good jobs, professionals who go managing director to a company and then comes back home and shuts his gate and watches television and so on. He doesn't care what is happening out there. The danger is now coming home to everybody. Very soon it will be impossible for anybody to shut his door against the danger in the streets. The time for us, the educated, the comfortable, the rich, the knowledgeable, the persons with the right contacts across the world, to begin to do something to protect your families. This is the time. Don't wait. The people say they are coming to conquer us, to seize our land and turn it into their homeland, are serious. They are more serious than you think. You too be serious in your determination to resist. Don't let them come and just roll over you as incompetent people, as cowards. We Yoruba are not cowards. Don't let us behave like cowards. Get ready something for defending your home, your family, your street, your quarter, your village. Get ready to defend your home. We Yoruba don't want to attack anybody. You don't have to go out and attack anybody. Just wait and defend your street, defend your home, defend your quarter, defend your village, defend your town, defend your community. That is right. The right of self-defense is the right of every human person or group on earth. Exercise that right. Begin to prepare to exercise that right now. Danger is coming. Arise and be men and stand up to resist it. I return to the matter of money. You don't have to suffer. Let us agree among us Yoruba people that we will continue to use the old currency. That we will continue to use the old currency for our trading, for our buying and selling. And moreover, do what people are doing in other parts of Nigeria, in northern Nigeria. They are using the French CFA, Francophone CFA. You too use the Francophone CFA. Niger is neighbor to the Northwest. And the Northwest is able to bet, we are told, and we have evidence that it is true. They are able to lay their hands on the CFA from Niger. You make arrangements to lay your hands on the CFA from Benin Republic. Don't wait to suffer. Tell yourself and tell the world that you are men and that you are capable of defending yourself. You are capable of taking care of your own affairs. You are Yoruba, and Yoruba people are among the most capable human beings in the world. Arise and do the right thing for your people. I wish you luck. I wish you God's protection. I wish you strength. I wish you bravery and courage as you defend yourself. God be with the Yoruba nation. God be with every family. God be with your family. God be with every one of us. God be with our little children who know nothing but who are suffering abominably now. God be with you all. May your attempts to protect yourself bear good fruit. May your attempts to defend yourself from lack of money also bear good fruit. God be with you all. God be with the Yoruba nation. Thank you. Goodbye.
lọ́jọ́kọ́jọ́ làbẹ̀wò kúkú dùkú lóko Podium International wọ́n ti wà tipẹ́tipẹ́ látìgbà tí wọ́n ti ń bàbọ̀ wọn ò fìgbà kan tẹ́rì o wọ́n ti wá ṣe bẹ̀bẹ̀ wọ́n ti gbé bẹ̀bẹ̀ dé Podium Cinema ni wọ́n tún gbé dé Podium Cinema lórí YouTube ẹ fọ́lọ̀ wọn kẹ́ ẹ láìkì wọn kẹ́ ẹ subscribe ibẹ̀ lẹ́tì mọ̀ wọ àwọn àdá àbálẹ̀ fíìmù ẹ̀dọ̀kí fíìmù tó léfò gan tààrà Podium Cinema mo bẹ́rí fún yín fíìmù 9 ọ̀tọ̀ọ̀tọ̀ ni wọ́n kó jáde o àwọn gbàǹkọ́gbé fíìmù èkíní májẹ̀mú ẹ̀gbọ́n èkejì my wet ẹ̀kẹta ọmọ ẹni ẹ̀kẹrin àlàmú èkó ẹ̀karùn-ún àìmọ̀ ṣe wá rí pé nǹkan kì í ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ràgó ó kọjá bẹ́ẹ̀ eléyìí lẹ́ti kẹjù èdè Yorùbá ni wọ́n fi ṣe àwọn fíìmù yìí ẹlẹ́ẹ̀kẹfà sẹ́ẹ̀kẹsàn-án èdè òyìnbó ni wọ́n kọ́ ẹ̀kẹfà tẹ́mà èkeje the casting ẹ̀kẹjọ M1 the detective ẹ̀kẹsàn 100 M1 the detective at 100 orí síríìsì lẹ́fì máa wò ó ìyẹn dàgbéléwò nìyẹn Podium International Podium Cinema ẹ fọ́lọ̀ wọn kẹ́ ẹ láìkì wọn lórí YouTube wọ́n wà lórí Facebook wọ́n wà lórí Instagram Podium Cinema ó ti dọbẹ̀ ẹ subscribe.